the Election Commission. Tables were lifted in the well of the House and the pandemonium was let loose. RJD MLA Satish climbed over a table and began raising slogans against Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. RJD MLA Tejashwi Yadav demanded that the motion should be brought in against the SIR revision and that an anti-democracy exercise was being carried out in the state. Now, this was contested by Chirag Paswan, but let me tell you, as the disruption escalated, Speaker Nand Kishore Yadav cautioned the protesting MLAs, saying, do not indulge in pushing and shoving, they won't earn you any popularity. Meanwhile, the Election Commission has not accepted Supreme Court's suggestion of considering Aadhaar voter ID and ration card as proof of the revision of the electoral rolls in Bihar. What EC has said is the Aadhaar, voter ID card and ration card cannot be accepted as standalone document. A person won't cease to be a citizen on being found ineligible for the registration poll roll. Law allows EC to request proof of citizenship for enabling constitutional right to vote. 9 opposition parties had moved the Supreme Court, claiming the SIR process would disenfranchise over 20 million people, poor people. So the big question is, will Nitish gain anything from the debate over SIR? And look at the pandemonium. Let me play out the bite of Tejashwi Yadav and Chirag Paswan, and then let me straight away introduce my guys: Parimal Kumar, spokesperson JDU, Ajit Kejha, senior journalist, and Ravi Shankar Ravi, spokesperson RJD.
आज बिहार विधानसभा का जो मॉनसून सत्र जो चल रहा है और आज दूसरा दिन है इस सत्र का, और ये हम लोगों के लिए यानी सभी विधायकों के लिए ये आखिरी सत्र है। इसके बाद चुनाव होने जा रहा है और इसी बीच जो है बिहार में चुनाव आयोग ने फैसला लिया आनंद फानंद में SIR कराने का। इसको लेकर के हम लोगों ने कई बार आपत्ति जो है चुनाव आयोग को, चाहे दिल्ली में हो या बिहार पटना में हो,
SIR को लेके जिस तरीके से भ्रम, और ये विपक्ष की पुरानी राजनीति का हिस्सा रहा है, इन्होंने हमेशा ऐसे विषयों को लेकर से भ्रम फैलाने का कार्य किया। लोकसभा में क्या किया था? लोकसभा में संविधान खत्म हो जाएगा, लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो जाएगी। आज साल से ऊपर हो गया, हम लोग की सरकार बने।
Okay, let me straight away go to Mr. Parimal Kumar. A big pandemonium in the house, sir.
You see, actually, the scene you have seen in the assembly reflect the culture and tradition of RJD. You know that RJD is known for jungle laws and particularly Aadhaar. So they are creating the same unruly scene in the house. Actually, they should know that house is run at the cost from the public expenditure, which is public money. RJD has no belief in the Constitution of India, and actually they are afraid. Mahagathbandhan is afraid of the overwhelming support of the people to our honorable leader Nitish Kumar. They are afraid of defeat in the incoming assembly election 2025. That's why they're creating such type of event. Right? They are making the background to particularly to again blame the election commission, to blame the constitution, to blame the particularly concerned authority for their defeat. As far as the question of Tejashwi Yadav is concerned, Tejashwi ji has no experience at all. They have no knowledge of the constitution. They are raising question on the election commission, despite the fact that Section 21 of People's Representation Act 1950 clearly mentioned that election commission has the authority to conduct SIR type of particular process prior to assembly and Lok Sabha election. Then what is the problem? We are not the spokesperson of election commission, but we are the people. We are the party. We believe in the democratic norm of the country, and we believe and respect the constitutional institution like election commission.
Okay.
So actually, the election commission has made everything clear. If there is any objection, they have provided time period, and so far the election commission covered 96.23% of the total electors. What is the problem? Only particularly you 3.75 electors are yet to be covered. We have adequate time to particularly cover all these. And if there is any objection, you come through proper channel now. But if you are creating such type of unruly scene in the assembly, it will again recall the memory of jungle laws which is the tradition of RJD.
Okay, Mr. Ravi, Parimal is saying that there was jungle Raj in the assembly.
No, this is the legitimate right of the opposition to protest. Opposition has protested on road. the legal battle is also going on, and inside the assembly the protest also continued. It has to do with the constitutional right to vote, where a large section of people who are not that educated or less educated, or laborers who are working in other states of the country, who do not have proper documents, the documents which are listed in the notification of the Election Commission, their voting rights are at peril, and there is no transparency. The way forms are being filled, forms are being collected without giving the receiving, without taking proper documents, without taking proper signature, without pasting the photographs. So this exercise is being conducted in absolute violation of the guidelines given in the notification of Election Commission.
Okay.
So this is an absolute farce which is taking place, and reports are coming from the ground that so many people are facing so much of difficulty.
Defeat in the incoming assembly election. There is no ideology, there is no particularly leader, there is no principleless party RJD. Actually, their character remained to kidnap and collect the ransom from CM house.
Okay. Let me just introduce. Mr. Parimal.
Is it the DNA of RJD?
Parimal. Ajit, there are two things here. What the Election Commission has said, that they have the constitutional right. You might not have the right to vote, but it does not terminate your citizenship. Lot of critics on the other hand saying that it's like American Deep South, where the blacks lost the right to vote, but it didn't affect their citizenship. But that's a very far-fetched argument, it had to do with American politics, and you have stayed in the United States of America, covered both East and West Coast. But in this context, it's clearly a strong and a different position with the EC has taken from SC. How do you look at it?
How can the EC, which understands legality, make this argument that, well, you can continue as a citizen, but I will take away your right to vote? I would call it utter nonsense. If you are deleting the names of the existing voters and then making this statement that because the EC doesn't have the right to confer citizenship, therefore I will say you can continue as a citizen, but I'll take away your right to vote. How can you? In fact, in India, the only fundamental right that citizens enjoy universally, every 5 years or even earlier, is precisely the right to vote. So the EC, in fact, let me make another point here, and that is politically, at one point, the NDA was looking like they have an edge because of the government programs, because of Mr. Modi ji going there. Suddenly the SIR has given new oxygen to the entire opposition. Look at the opposition, the way in Bihar they have gelled together. The Congress, the left, the RJD, which was supposed to be fighting for seat distribution, have suddenly come together, and now they are fighting on the streets. They are fighting in the assembly. They are fighting all over, a judicial battle, even in parliament. That's the issue.
Okay.
Now Mamata has sided with them that I will not allow SIR in West Bengal. Other political parties, other regional parties have made it an issue. So what I'm saying is the EC has raised this silly issue in a hurried way right before the election and given, in a way, enormous oxygen to the India Gathbandhan.
Okay. I'll ask Parimal to answer that. Do you think that you have ended up uniting, very, very important point made by Ajit, you have ended up uniting an opposition which was like fighting among themselves?
Actually, there is no unity in the opposition. Actually, Mahagathbandhan is a bunch of self-centered politicians. Right there, they want to rule Bihar. This is not allowed by the constitution. As far as the question of political experts is concerned, they said that in a hurry, actually, you see Supreme Court clearly mentioned that People's Representation Act 1958 not mention the time and way in which SR will be conducted. So, EC is conducting its constitutional responsibility. And RJD type of party or Congress type of party which has no belief in the constitution are putting particularly barrier on the way of the election commission to dispose the constitutional responsibility. This is particularly this is alarming for the democratic country like India and also in Bihar. Actually, the tendency of RJD is black spot in the democratic set of Bihar. Every people know, and there is no agenda, no policy. Actually, they started deceiving the people. That's why the people of Bihar voted particularly only 4 particularly candidates in Lok Sabha election, and in by-election, there is totally political collapse of Mahagathbandhan.
Okay.
We own all the 4 seats, and they know that the
Ravi,
mass base of RJD
ठीक है, ठीक है. Ravi, do you think Mahagathbandhan is a force in Bihar? India alliance did not work properly nationally.
Not at all. Not at all. We have no challenge.
In most of the surveys,
let Ravi answer. Ravi.
See, in most of the surveys conducted in the recent past, Tejashwi ji is leading as the chief ministerial face. Also, if you look at the data of 2020 assembly election, we lost only by few seats, and there also the role of election commission was
Parimal, let him speak. Parimal, please let him speak. Let him speak. Let him speak. Let Ravi speak. No. Parimal, please let Ravi speak. Please let Ravi speak. He did not interfere. Ravi.
If they have no interest in the question, why they
Parimal, please let him speak. Ravi.
No, on few seats by few thousand votes we lost, and the role of the returning officers were also questioned.
No, my question was, is Mahagathbandhan a potent force? दम है या नहीं इस बार चुनाव में? या आपस में सब लड़ जाएंगे?
Definitely, and that is why, with the help of election commission, NDA alliance is playing in connivence with each other, because we are a force. And they know it. Their internal survey, indicated that we are in a good position.
Sorry, I have really run short of time. Thank you, Parimal. Thank you, Mr. Jha, and thank you, Ravi, for being on this show. I think I agree with Ajit that SIR issue can actually end up delivering adverse results if not handled properly by the ruling dispensation. So this is all I had on Point today. I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you and good night.
टाटा कैपिटल में हमारी पॉलिसीज़ जो हैं वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा वेल इक्विप्ड हैं. जो फर्स्ट टाइम बायर्स हैं, जिन्होंने कभी गाड़ी व्हीकल परचेज़ नहीं की है, उनका कोई सिविल हिस्ट्री नहीं रही है, तो उनको हम फाइनेंस करते हैं मिनिमम डॉक्यूमेंट के बेस पे. उनका आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड, जो बेसिक केवाईसी होती है, प्लस उनका एक जो लोकल रेजिडेंस प्रूफ होता है, बिजली का बिल है, अगर गाँव में रहते हैं, खतौनी वगैरह, तो बहुत बेसिक सी चीज़ों के साथ हम जो है डॉक्यूमेंट के साथ उनको बहुत ईजी वे में ऑन रोड फंडिंग करते हैं, इनमें उनको मिनिमम डाउन पेमेंट के साथ साथ गाड़ी मिल जाती है. गाड़ी की जो प्राइस रेंज है